Yeah, so I mean, we've decided very clearly to take a hybrid working view.
It requires people to self-manage even more, to be more disciplined. We've certainly empowered them by giving them the tools to do their job. I mean, it wasn't policy for everyone to have a laptop before. Now everyone is mobile. It empowers people to manage their own time, to manage their own productivity. No one standing over you to try and figure out what time do you take lunch, how long do you take lunch. And we've seen people showing up. We've seen people really taking on that and enjoying the self-leadership.
So the key features are, if you were to look at the absence, one of the key features is the absence of offices for individuals. So nobody has an office to themselves. Everyone is in a space which is designed for them to be able to work and to collaborate. And much of the office design is around creating meeting spaces, breakaway spaces, places where people can connect.
We're going to create working spaces, pockets of collaborative space, pockets of space where like you can just go and work, you know, if you wanted a bit of privacy, loads of meeting rooms, loads of natural light, plants, you know, and space. You know, so we kind of feel like we cater to all needs here now.
That the way in which people are going to work post the pandemic has changed. It also is a way to really recognize flexi time and different working arrangements. And what's been really interesting coming out of this exercise is to see managers who at one point in time would have believed it was absolutely critical for their people to be in the office to realize that those people are actually more productive being at home.
We've seen some very positive results from people working at home. I think we sometimes underestimate the time it takes to get to work for those who use public transport, for instance. We've seen our productivity going up.
So we had a very large space and we decided to actually reduce the space, understanding that, you know, going forward we were going to be offering our staff the choice of working from home and having a very cool head office to come into as an alternative to the work from home. So the plan is very much that people will come in teams and that we'll have a percentage of our total staff in at any one time, but that we'll mix that up during a week or over a month. So some teams will be in, some teams will be at home, and that hybrid working environment will be how we go forward.
I think the view is absolutely to try and move to more hybrid. That's why we had initially reduced the space.
So hot desking is part of the commitment to the space that we have. We're committing long term that this is a change in the way that we're working, and making a sincere commitment to people that we aren't going to require you to come into the office every day. And the way in which we've sent that message in the most tangible way is to require hot desking, which means that we don't have enough desk space now were everyone to come in.
Yeah, so I think we are embracing it. We have adapted our management and working styles to online meetings, online workshops, online engagements. And so that's now a part of our DNA. I don't think Uber will ever return to a full office attendance model. Like it's not, we don't see the need for it.
What I like about our new environment, it's open. You know, it just creates spaces where people can collaborate and you can see the energy on the floors, and yeah, no one is stuck in offices anymore.
I think they're beautiful. I think the aesthetics of them are actually beautiful. I love the fact that you cannot necessarily tell who's their CEO or who works at the contact center, because everyone is sitting the same.
I love the different areas that you can go and sit in. You know, there's some areas where I change around every couple of days. So you know, there's an area that's kind of set aside for our team. But I move to a higher stool and looking out the window. I go and sit on a couch for half a day and work there.
I think for me, my favorite feature is really around the openness of the space and the way that the space feels. I think we've brought light into the space, and it feels like a positive environment to work in.
You know, I love greenery, and the office definitely has a lot of greenery.
To me, it feels alive, you know, so you will notice that like there's a lot of plants, and like the natural light is significantly better than it was before, and actually I think it's very good. So I love that part of it. You know, some people come to the office every day because they want to. Nobody needs to come to the office every day. It's not a requirement, but yet they do. You know, so you know, I enjoy that as well. I actually quite like working from the office.
I believe the ability for one to save, or at least get I think there's a savings on cost and transportation cost, time, travel to work, ability to spend more time at home with family, do the pick up the kid from work, from school, which you probably haven't been able to do before.
So you'll notice that there are almost like no solid walls throughout the layout. The meeting rooms have clear glass like panels, you know, to cordon them off. So everybody's in sight of everybody essentially. That to me like creates like an open culture, and it just really shows that we're all accessible to each other. You can engage with the CEO no matter who you are, and that really is the way that Uber operates.
I think there's diversity, and it allows you to not be stuck in the same role. You know, there's always opportunity to grow, opportunity to add value, and opportunity to make a difference.
So you've got choices here. You know, for a large part of your week or your month, you can work from home, or you know, you can come into a really funky, cool office with a lot of great people and great coffee, and you can decide what works best for you, and obviously in consultation with your teams, you know, how you're going to be able to cooperate together best to produce the best results for the business.
I would say that if you were thinking about applying to Uber, a critical factor in any career decision that you make is to choose an organization whose culture aligns with what you believe and what will resonate for you. So if our why of empowering people to own their own homes resonates with you, and you want to be part of an organization which has a hybrid work culture and which seeks to challenge the status quo and to build and to take pride in what we offer to the customer and customer experience, then I think this is an organization for you.